Hi, I'm Vivian McGrath from beingunbeatable.com, and in this video I'm going to talk about dating after abuse, or dating after a narcissist, or dating after you leave an abusive relationship. That was one of the scariest things for me because I was really frightened of dating after leaving an abusive relationship with an ex, because after all, he'd almost killed me. My track record was not great. And I knew that I couldn't trust my judgment or my instincts because I'd ignored all the red flags and warning signs that he'd showed me and gone into the relationship anyway. So I was really scared that I was going to repeat the pattern and go into an abusive relationship again. But I didn't. I went on to find the man I'm married to now, and 30 years on, we're still going strong. He's my best friend. He treats me as lovable, and he's kind, and he's really good to me. He brings out the best in me. I bring out the best in him, and I'm absolutely certain that we're going to grow old together. So how did I not do that? How did I not repeat the mistakes and the pattern and go into another abusive relationship? Well, I'd say it comes down to two things. One, I had to understand why I was in that relationship in the first place. I had to realize that I was very low in self-esteem. That came from not having all my emotional needs met as a child. And therefore, I suppressed my emotions. I suppressed my feelings. I put others' needs and well-being before my own. And I had to nurture that inner child and learn to love myself and realize I was good enough. I did deserve better. The second thing was an absolute revelation to me because it's really simple and it's something that you can use when determining if the person you're dating is good for you or not. And I really wanted to share this because I'm in a lot of Facebook forums and groups, and I have emails every day from followers who ask me and tell me they're really scared of dating again. And one, for example, has just met a guy and she was text messaging back and forth with him, and they met via an app, so they hadn't met in person. And she said, he's saying all these lovely things, really, really wonderful things that make me feel great. But he's starting to call me my baby girl and my princess. And I'm wondering whether that's a sign, a warning sign or a red flag. And I said, wow, yeah, that absolutely is a red flag. She hasn't even met the guy, and he's calling her his baby girl and his princess. That to me is a sign of what's very, very classic with narcissists, and that is what's known as love bombing. They sweep you off your feet with love. They smother you with attention. They tell you everything you want to hear. They make you feel great. They make you feel special. You're the only one for me. I've never met anyone like you, that sort of thing. My baby girl is quite classic of that. And I'd be very, very wary of that because what happens is, let's have a look at those words, baby girl, my princess. In a relationship like the one I've got now, yeah, my husband calls me his baby girl sometimes, and it's really lovely and endearing. But that's in a relationship that I've been in for a long time, and there's a lot of trust and all that. In somebody that is you've only just met, I would say it's a warning sign of possessiveness. My baby girl, my princess, is showing you that they want to control you, and they're putting you up on this pedestal. And so I would say, I love mantras. I swear and live by them. And one of them I love is watch not what they say, but what they do. So they might be saying all these wonderful things that make you feel great, make you feel special, but watch what they do. So that sort of language, when you've never even met them, to me is a sign that they are wanting to be possessive and have some ownership on you. They're saying my this, my girl, my princess. And what happens is they put you on this pedestal, and so if you listen to what they say, it is wonderful. They're treating you like a princess. They're saying gorgeous things. They're making you feel great and special. And when you've got low self-esteem, that's what you want to hear. It makes you feel good enough when you don't normally feel good enough. And it feels great. But then they do this emotional switch, and out comes the dark side, the nasty side, the narcissist. And that's when they start to show you with their actions that what they're saying is not true. You know, so for example, my ex would tell me he loved me, but then he would erupt in anger and storm out, and I wouldn't see him for days. Or he would tell me he didn't like what I was wearing and get angry if I wore something he didn't like. And so what I would say, watch not what they say. Don't listen to the words. Just watch what they do. And look to see whether what they do in their actions aligns with their words. So if they're saying they love you, are they also showing you that they'll treat you as lovable? Or are they saying wonderful things and then doing nasty things that are completely at the opposite end of that spectrum? So the other thing I would say is, when we meet them and they're love bombing us and making us feel great, we project that image onto them, that that's who they are. All these things they're promising that they're going to be to us, this amazing future we're going to have together. When we start seeing the nasty narcissist side, we still project that side that they're this wonderful, loving person onto them. And that's why we forgive and excuse the bad behavior. So try not to project onto somebody when you first meet them what they are. Just be still and watch. Observe their behavior. People tell you very early on who they are and what they're like. And this doesn't just go for narcissistic types. This is for good people as well. Someone who will be good for you. I projected onto mine this fear that he was going to be abusive. So I started reading all these signs. Is that a sign that he's a narcissist? Is that a sign that he is going to suddenly drop this mask and hurt me? And what I had to do was I had to stop projecting my fear onto him and just observe him. And then pretty soon I could see that his actions, what he did, were matching what he said. He was kind and gentle in his words, and he matched that by treating me with respect. So that's what it is. That's as easy as it is. And if you just watch what they say, you'll either know that they're somebody who is going to be good because what they say is what they do. And if they don't, then I would be very wary and I would steer clear of that relationship. Particularly if they're smothering you with this love bombing and this making you feel amazing and putting you up on this pedestal that you're the only one for them, because then they will probably cut you down. And if they do, you watch that behavior, and when you see those warning flags that they are not respectful, they don't treat you with kindness, they don't treat you as worthy and lovable, then I would say run a mile. So that's all you need to do. Your gut instincts are really good and they're there to protect you. So don't project onto them. Watch what they do, observe their behavior. If it matches their words, then you can trust your gut instincts over whether they are going to be good for you or not. So I hope you found this video helpful, and please, if you did, click like, subscribe to my YouTube channel and share. Let's all become unbeatable together.